How's it going, guys? How's it going? Thanks for joining me. It's May 1st. This Maypole Day? Where some people get a pole and they twirl around it or something? I don't know. I only know the silly holidays, right? Not the serious ones. Robert over here being all lovey-dovey this morning. He's like a teenager. One day he just can't get enough of you, and the next day he can't stand the sight of you. So, you know. So last night went really well. I couldn't do the live stream, but it went really well. Got some positive feedback. It was lots of fun. I know you guys were thinking about me and all that good stuff. I appreciate it. Hey, there's Uncle Terry in random. Jack Link's plastic. Old Trapper is a beef jerky brand here in the States anyway. And it's like what I consider beef jerky to be. A little tough, takes a little chewing, you know. Got a lot of flavor, but it doesn't taste like candy. And it's not all like gummy, like a gummy bear either. Beef jerky to me is something you got to like rip apart and gnaw on it for a minute. Can you borrow $20? This guy's not going to do... He would just eat the $20. Nah, he doesn't chew up stuff like that. I got a little wastebasket over here next to the computer. I'll have a snack, throw a wrapper down there. This guy will have the wrapper just, carrying it around. He's not even trying to eat it. He's like, oh, Malcolm had this wrapper. Now I have the wrapper. And it's just like, anyway. Have I been kicked out? Oh, that's Ray. Poor Ray. That is crazy. I didn't catch the whole story, but the parts that I did catch were pretty hysterical. Ray's just this older guy. All I can really say about him, I've watched his streams. He's cool just like anybody else, but whatever reason, he was at this 24-hour gas station and they kicked him out of the bathroom. How bad was it, Ray? Were you fumigating the place so bad that they're like, dude, you have got to go? It smells like processed fish and chips in here, and the wrong way. There's Johnny. What's going on, Johnny B? Driving down the road. Thanks for listening in. You were locked in the loo and they evacuated the building. It was like a fire drill or something? Okay. There's a little more to the story. Hey, Sophia. I guess that makes sense. I had to go for this training in Atlanta, and we were there for like 30 minutes. Fire drill. The fire alarm went off. So everybody left. As you're supposed to do. Things going off. We're all filing out, doing a roll call, far into the parking lot, the whole deal. We're just standing out there for about 20 minutes. And then some guy with a walkie-talkie is like, yeah, it's a false alarm. You guys go back in now. So, most of the time it is a false alarm. Most of the time. But, you got those safety protocols for a reason, right? Safety first. It wasn't that bad of a deal. Oh gosh, how do you say that name? I'm just going to use your last name, Singh. Terry's driving as well. Yeah, I wouldn't have to go. We went back in there and had to complete the class anyway. It's not like I got out of it. I did not pull the alarm. I didn't pay anybody to pull the alarm. But sometimes that happens. And in a way, I think it's kind of, you want to prepare for something like that. But if you keep doing it all the time, it's like the boy who cried wolf. Nobody's going to take it serious. The idea of like, we got to do a fire drill so everybody knows where to go. Out of the building. Just get out of there. But no, they want to make a big production out of it. We need to go to this designated area. We're going to take a roll call. We're going to account for everybody. And that's good. You don't want to leave anybody behind. But if they're dumb enough to stay in a burning building, that's what some people may call natural selection. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this is Robert. Robert the dog. I'm Robert the dog. Burp, burp, burp. He wants to chew on my hand and like lead me around and stuff. He's got my thumb in his mouth right now. Oh, so anyway, this day in history, the Empire State Building was dedicated. Yeah, and it's like, I was watching a quick little video. They threw a bunch of stats out about the Empire State Building, how it was built in like 14 months or something like that. And for a long time, it was the tallest building in New York City. They gave stats equivalent. It has like 70 elevators in there. 70. I didn't know that. I thought you went in, there's a set of elevators, and you just pick your floor and go up and down. I guess it would be pretty crowded if you only had like 4 elevators. Nobody would ever be, I guess, to fill the building and get people in and out routinely would probably take 70. Yeah. But, what was it, like 1,800 steps if you took the stairwell all the way to the top, 102 floors? Somebody counted all those. Probably a little math, multiplication in there involved, but yeah. It does a time lapse as you go up. Oh, the Freedom Tower? Are you up in the New York area? Big ol'? I'm just going to call you Big ol'. Yeah, and a military aircraft crashed into it when it had lots of fog or clouds and stuff, and it kept standing. Unfortunately, like some other buildings, it fell, and it was commercial airliner traveling like 500 miles an hour. This was like, oh gosh, I guess that was in the 40s or something like that. I'm just guessing. But it was like a biplane. It wasn't a biplane, but it was a military plane with propellers, and it wasn't going that fast. And yeah. But anyway. You just visited it one time? That'd be cool. I don't know if I could handle New York City. It'd be just too crowded for me. Yeah. That's too much. I don't even like going into Atlanta. I'm outside of Atlanta. So going into the city of Atlanta is too much for me. If I can't handle Atlanta, I can't handle New York or Los Angeles. Forget that. Oh, today is National Mother Goose Day. And it's National Principals Day. So your school principal and Mother Goose, they're tied in together somehow. This is the day you're supposed to honor them. At least here in the United States. I don't know. Who wins more games, Mr. Gritty or... I'm not sure about that, Comp. I don't know how to answer that question. Yeah, I remember, now I went to Chicago and I went into the Willis Tower, formerly known as the Sears Tower. And they have that bubble that sticks out of the building, this plexiglass bubble, and you can go out there and you look like you're just floating in midair. That was really intense. I've talked about it before. A day for getting goosed. What was I going to say? Oh, going out on that bubble. It's 100-something floors up too. Everybody's super tiny. You can see for miles and miles. Oh, they say you can, on a clear day, you can see as far as 80 miles away from the Empire State Building. As far as like the curvature of the earth, because it's not flat. But I had to like force my foot to touch the floor of that bubble. All my instincts were like, you're going to die. You're about to step out of this building and fall to your death. The glass is really clean, so you don't really see. I mean, it's there, you can see it. But it's, it was just like, really, my body didn't want to do it. I had to like I don't know how to explain it. I just had to make my foot step out on it. I had to put extra effort into it to do that. It was kind of wild. I used to have a picture. I don't have the pictures anymore. But that was pretty cool. Just got it super smooth. In 1895, I don't know. You guys have already, they're talking about rifles and stuff now. I'm talking about falling out of a building. Thanks, Jim. JM Queen, just stopping by to say hi. That's great. Thanks for stopping by, man. It's Mother Goose Day, so get your nursery rhymes out. Those nursery rhymes are weird. The guy who is the author of Mother Goose? These people that come up with these stories were under some kind of influence. I'm convinced. It's hard to tempt Malcolm's life. I'm not sure what that means. I got to cut this one short. I can go to 7:30 today. I got some stuff at work I got to take care of this morning. Sorry, guys. I meant to bring that up at the beginning, but I apologize. It's only been a 30-minute run today. But anyway, back to the craziness that's going on in the chat. Heights, hell no. Hey, Dustin, you're up early this morning. Yeah, I didn't have any problem. The guy I was with at the time, he stepped out of the elevator in this observation deck, which is a bunch of merchandise and crap you can buy. And he just leaned against the wall next to the elevator, waited for me to have my experience on the observation deck. He was not having it. He was happy to get back on the elevator and go down. That elevator went up fast, too. It did not take long at all. Even the ones in the Empire State Building, they said you can get to the top floor in approximately just over a minute. To me, is impressive. I don't know how many miles per hour that is if you were like doing that same distance on the ground laterally. I don't know. It's the landing. Oh, it's happy anniversary for Random's parents today. Happy anniversary. How many years they've been married, Random? Yeah, beef jerky's good. Let's see here. Like I said, the real beef jerky, not that chewy gummy bear jerky that people buy off the shelves all the time. But happy anniversary to Random's parents. That's cool. I guess I imagine they're like married 50 years or something like that. I don't know. I don't see how people do that. Married for 50, 80 years. There was some stories, some couple, 100 years old, not even, they were like in their 90s. So they got married as teenagers and just stayed together the whole damn time. It's like, ooh, it would take longer to fall. Interesting. Because your gravitational pull and the air resistance falling down, it'll take you longer to fall from 100 stories than it would to take the elevator to go up. Huh. Well, there you go. You'll have more to think about on the way down. You know, I should have taken the elevator. It's Ramesh's parents' anniversary. Oh. I got confused. My bad. Somebody's parents are staying together a long time. And then, you know, when you hear about people being married for 50 plus years, like, what's your secret to staying married this long? And they're like, oh, just honesty and trust, or, you know, compassion. It'd be like more like a, well, I forgave his ass a couple of times for some stupid shit he did. You know? He's done some stupid stuff in his life. I just feel sorry for him, so I just stayed with him. And the guy's just sitting there going, yep, yep. not even have anything to say, because he already knows after 50 plus years to keep his mouth shut. That's so jacked up. I don't know. If you get beat down like that so many years, and people come to my work all the time, like, you know, keep the happy wife, happy life. You know, I gotta do what she said, and all this other stuff. And they announce it like when a guy announces that he's doing what he's told by his wife. So he's trying to joke about it. It happens a lot. The dude is like running errands for her daily. Because if it's just like a random thing, They're not going to announce it, you know. If they were going to go buy something at the store, you know, do something, go get something, whatever, you know, just every once in a while, they're not going to announce it. They're just going to do it and be like, yeah, here you go. Glad I could help. But if the old guy is sitting there going, yep, the old lady told me I got to get up here and bring back a receipt. She wants to know where I'm at all times. Oh, you're getting a lever action rifle? I've seen those Henry rifles. Those are pretty cool. The lever action, it's like the Wild West. Not, I don't know how many rounds they held. At the time, they were very popular and very efficient. Mrs. Womble, after 50 years, he'd be just laughing at you all the time. You make her laugh all the time. That's why you stay together. Random. I wear the pants in my house. She tells me what color, size, and cut and length, though. That's awesome. 22. I didn't know you could have anything in Australia. Not even a 22, a little rat popper or something like that. I think Abnorm said he was driving and listening in, if I remember correctly. I could be totally making that up, though. So, yeah. Who knows? But anyway. Push your nursing home. I don't want to get that old, you know? It's going to be total strangers taking care of me when I get to that age, if I even live that long. You know, it'll have to be like, I'll have to make sure I make friends, you know, with the people I encounter. At some point, it'll be like my neighbors. There's old Malcolm next door. I think he needs some help. Morning, Blue. Just no semi-auto unless you're a primary producer. Huh. So you got the lever action requires you to like do some stuff, and that allows you to have a rifle at your house and 22 caliber. So you're, you know, ammunition's cheap. Blue, she woke up. Oh, hungry as a woodpecker in a glass house. Speaking of woodpeckers, I got one that tries to drill a hole in my gutters, my metal gutters. He's not out there this morning, though. Maybe he has a headache. I don't know. And an air rifle. Oh, 22 250. I've never even heard of that. Oh, and then Terry. See, we got jokes about marriage, how we wear the pants. Terry says he wears the pants, but the wife wears the belt. The modernized, I have not, Johnny. I have not seen those. I don't really, you know, go to any kind of gun shows, or I'm not an enthusiast to the point where I know all the latest great. Ask me about desktop computers or phones or something like that. I can give you, you know, more related to some nerdy tech stuff. I imagine they obviously it's been modernized since like the Wild Wild West days, but I don't know. The dog's the boss. Cats will do that. Cats are ornery, and they just, you know, they're looking at you in disdain, especially if you never let the cat outside. They just have this inner hate balance that they love you because you feed them, but they wish they could escape and go kill something smaller, right? So, no 50 cows, all the different restrictions and stuff in other countries. It's just odd to people like Johnny and me or anybody else here in the United States. Oh, I'm yawning this morning, sorry. When it comes to gun restrictions like that. Yeah, I saw that one. That story about the woodpecker like vandalizing 40 or 50 cars in a parking lot. and they thought it was some thug or something, you know, or some hoodlums or some whatever you want to call them, being mischievous. No, it was a woodpecker just going around cracking people's side mirrors. That's, yeah. He is very chill today. Good boy. He'll probably get down here in a minute and go walk somewhere else. If I just don't pet him, he'll finally give up and go away. It's not cool, you know. And I keep a really good routine with him as well, so he knows what's coming up. Soon I'll be leaving to work, and he'll be all by his lonesome. Won't you, buddy? Yeah. He is very chill. He tried to chew my hand a minute ago, but I've been trying to keep him from jumping on me too. He got in this habit where he gets super excited. He wants to jump up on me, and I'm like, you know, correct him on that. It's like, stop jumping, because I'm getting ready for work, and then he's running around digging a hole somewhere. That dig box failed miserably for him. But he'll get mud on his paws. He doesn't know. Next thing I know, I got to go change shirts again. Glass pecker. That sounds like a really bad band or something like that. Yeah. Oh my gosh. All right, John, have a good day. Thanks for stopping by and saying hi. What was I going to say else too today? Oh, thanks. Thanks, Robert. Almost made me smell coffee. Yeah, that's all right, though. We would survive, right? You can thank the Ford Motor Company on May 1st, 1926 for giving their workers a 40-hour work week. You know, that's things like that is what kind of paved the path for the, you know, the rights we have for our jobs now. But that goes back to like that bridge in China that they're building, and they're like, oh, they built it in 3 years, and all this crazy crap. Yeah, and we did the Empire State Building too before we had rules and regulations, and people just falling to their death daily from the, you know, construction of the building. It takes 10 years to build one. I don't know how much the how long it took to do the Freedom Tower in New York. Does anybody know how long that took to build? Not very long. To me, it doesn't seem that long, but, you know, if you're comparing to other countries' fast builds and stuff like that. It all began in 1926. Okay. Let's see here. We got a message in the Discord here. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, that's Ved with his Rubik's Cube. Nah, I can't do the Rubik's Cube, buddy. I can't do it. Can't do it. Wow. That doesn't even look like a lever action. Holy crap. That's what Johnny B's talking about. That doesn't even look like the Wild West. You know, wood stuff. This is like carbon fiber, you know, with railing on the top and silencers. Holy crap. Who doesn't like beef jerky? Vegans. Vegans don't like beef jerky. Vegetarians probably don't like beef jerky either. I did a little video, the short video that's permanently staying members only. So if you guys want to watch it, it involves Uncle Terry. So, and there's Liz. Good morning, Liz. It is wild looking. That is something else. What's going on, Ramesh? That is, how much does something like that run? If somebody wants to go purchase one today, what's the, especially with that kind of setup? I don't know. That's cool looking. But could you imagine taking something like that back to the Wild West? You know, where they had to do the iron sights and they knock a guy off a horse at 100 yards or something like that. And they're like, yeah, Billy the Kid and all this other crazy stuff you see. You know, he shoots the rope of the guy getting hung, and he doesn't, you know, he doesn't die from that hanging and stuff like that. And now you put a red dot on there with a silencer. Just like the people had thought it'd be some kind of immaculate saving of the guy being hung. The rope just snaps, you know, and he falls down. Nobody hears anything. It's one shot. He didn't have to take a couple to hit the rope. I don't know. And that's Hollywood. I don't know if that stuff actually happened back in the day, but yeah. $2,300 for the low price of $2,000. You could have an old rifle turned into a new rifle. $2,300. Poor Ramesh. He could retire off $2,300. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Oh, me. Just for the gun, not to mention the suppressor, light laser, and red dot. Yeah, you'll be pushing $3,500 with all the accessories that Johnny B would put on his rig, if you will. Yeah. That's just a lot of money to throw into a gun. Yeah. You like the shorts that I'm doing, baby? I just have fun with it. There's thousands of those things that you can just... matter of fact, well, I got you guys here on here now. I'll go ahead and release one this morning for members. Let's see if I got it loaded up, or do I need to load it now? Let's see. This one here. We're going to edit it. And members only. Check the things and the do's and don'ts and the here's and how's. Boom. All right, here's a new one. A short just came out. I just published it right now. So if you're a member, you can check it out. It's pretty funny. Good stuff. I like making them. I need to do another couple, name this song. Do you think the name this song shorts are pretty good? I think they're fun. I think they're fun to try to get people to guess songs. I'm listening to the radio and I'm like, ooh, that'd be a good song. The lyrics on that one, I'll do that. But the one with the explicit lyrics seem to do better than the others. So, how many members do I have now? I'm not sure. I'd have to get on the computer and poke around and do that. So, it would take me a minute. I don't know. We'll see. And you guys, if you go back and watch something else, leave a comment in there. It helps, promote the video and stuff like that. And Random just watched it. Mine are going to be silly. The shorts that I do, they're not going to be, I don't know, some people do some shorts, they're doing the DIY stuff or the dances. I hope those things die off after a while. I can't dance for shit. So, you won't see me do any of this. Yeah, watch it after this. I'm about to get off here in a couple minutes anyway. But, they're fun to make, like I said. I need to get another WTF news story idea. Been kind of watching the news and things like that. See if I can parody something that's trendy at the moment. And be able to make a WTF after that. So, you like that one, Blue? I saw that and I was like, yep, I'm gonna do that one. Buy the wood and ruin it slowly. About $800 for the lever action, but you're gonna get the wood stock instead of the composite stuff. Get a WTF and be locked in the toilet, and just have the toilet, the bathroom door in the picture with somebody behind the door screaming. Jennifer Aniston is better. She doesn't do the stuff like Angelina Jolie does, though. They're completely different. I think the way she was acting made it a lot more funnier. Well, guys, I got to sign off. I apologize for being a short day today. Just a lot going on. I definitely make the effort coming here and see you guys each morning regardless. So yeah, all that good stuff. But Mother Goose Day, reminisce about some creepy old stories from a random person. Yeah, those, if you really break those stories down, they're kind of creepy, actually. But anyway, you guys have a good day. Robert says bye. Bye, everybody. Talk to you guys later. Have a great day.